Hey, oh, hey, this is Christy, and you're following my journey through weight loss and keeping to routines, even though I have ADHD and plenty of other excuses to fail. So, let's talk about yesterday. I was still kind of on my hungry thing. I've still been doing my little psyllium husk drinks, which is actually kind of helping anytime I need like a gap. I was doing like diet sodas and stuff, but that just feels empty. The psyllium husk makes me feel like I actually had a meal, which is kind of cute because I still feel these like extra hunger cravings. So I gotta like trick my brain into thinking it's doing more than it's doing. So let's talk about that. Yesterday, the kids, well, we went to lunch, and the kids wanted to go to Filiberto's of all places, and I am a Los Betos girly, so I have to apologize to Filiberto's for 10 years of smack talk, because holy moly, that food slapped. And I had 2 giant Taco Tuesday tacos for lunch. I mean, I left a little on the plate. I didn't want to, but I did. And then I left the huge, giant, layered with ingredients like it was like nacho lasagna that the kids had ordered, and I did not eat off of their plate. I consider that a small win. That's right, 2 fried tacos instead of 2 fried tacos plus nachos is a win for me. And I counted that, I think it's 7 beads. And then I was still craving volume, but I've been like craving fiber lately, and not just like the regular fiber. I've just been craving like vegetables and fruits. I just feel like I haven't been getting enough of those because I just keep eating like some of my cravables, and so like I needed a rescue meal. And so for dinner time, if you don't live where I live, you're gonna be jealous. I went to a salad bar, which is gonna go unnamed right now because it would tell everybody where I live, that went out of business during COVID, and we got one back. So I took the kids to the salad bar that I used to go to when I was 14 years old, and I had a personal trainer. My mom and I were both trying to be fit, and so my mom was a massage therapist. She did this like trading deal with this personal trainer at the gym that we went to, and he was offering, personal training sessions. So we would go like once a week, and our silly asses would work out for, we'd do our 30 minutes of weights. We'd do like our 30 minutes of cardio, then we'd get our little smoothie at the gym smoothie bar, those not sugar-free or calorie-free. And then we'd go to this salad bar, and it was not just a salad. I would have a mountain of salad with like at least like a scoop and a half of ranch on it. If I was being good, I might put some red wine vinegar on there, being good, right? With like the cheese and the cottage cheese and like just kitchen sink salad, because I'm that kind of girl. And I actually did a little count on what that would have been for macros, and just because after that you have to have the focaccia breads and the pizzas, and if you don't have a blueberry muffin, and they would hand out these little chocolate chip cookies. I'm giving too many clues, but this place was phenomenal, right? And still is. I did that calorie count there, and even if I skipped the cookie basket, I was eating somewhere. Let's get this number here. It was somewhere around 1,500 calories with 50 to 80 grams of fat and 120 to 170 carbs for that meal alone. And it's no wonder I didn't lose any weight. I didn't lose 1 pound doing that. I didn't gain a bunch of weight, so I guess I must have been working hard enough. But I didn't lose 1 pound. I just got a little bit toned and everything. Thanks, Ron, for the weightlifting advice. I still take it with me today when I do weights. But certainly that after gym prep was horrible for us. So this time, I don't want to get too far into that, but I went there again. My new salad, I had mostly just vegetables. I didn't put any of the cheese. I put a little dab of cottage cheese. I didn't have any of the pasta salads. I left all the prepped salads, and I had their fat-free Italian dressing on top, which I literally put in a little cup first because fat-free dressing is like to me. But this fat-free Italian dressing was actually incredible, and helped me get through my modest sized salad. I didn't make it like this gigantic stretch my body out salad. And then I went ahead and I had the veggie soup instead of any of the harder ones, and I was still feeling hungry. So little miss me, I'm like, you know what fills a girl up when she's hungry and doesn't want to eat too many bad calories? A potato. And of course they have potatoes. So I got a potato, and then I put some of their deep house chili on top of that with a diddle of cheese on there. So there were some calories. And at the end of all that, oh, and I had some of their lovely iced tea, which is unsweetened. And it was all delicious. I was absolutely stuffed. I had to save the rest of my beads, so that was like, I had like 9 beads left for the day, and I did not eat outside of that because I knew I was going to a buffet. I knew that that's still like a lot of food. I knew what I was about to do to myself, you know, and with myself, you know. But I did a quick little macro count on it when I left, and I knew that was still not going to be like a tiny amount of calories, but I felt like I did as best as I could at a buffet. And I ate only 630 calories with 13 grams of fat and 97 carbs, which is so great, you know. And sometimes ChatGPT can be a little iffy on their macros. They're not always right on, but I like estimates. I don't count calories anyway. I don't believe in it because I don't believe that you're actually getting those accurate calorie counts anyway. It's like you're imagining that you're getting it right unless you're sitting there and scaling every single thing on your digital scale, which most of us don't have that kind of princess treatment. You know, I mean, I think everybody knows how to lose weight when their only job is to take care of themselves all day and they have 0 other responsibilities. It's quite another thing when you've got a life and a job and fast food that you're going to go to and eat, or restaurants that you want to go to. You're not trying to bring your own Tupperware everywhere you go. You know, it's just more reasonable. So I went ahead and I applied that to where my maintenance calories are, just because it is still calories in, calories out, but that's not how we do it with the bracelet. We ignore that so that we're getting rid of some of that food noise, some of that extra processing with it. We're trying to be like more like naturally, like intuitive, but we want to be aware of what we're putting in our body. So it's perfectly fine to go back and double check your numbers for a second, or see why your weight didn't drop that week or whatever. It turned out, and I don't know why I didn't ever check this out, since my maintenance is about 1,700 calories if I want to stay in a deficit as long as I'm working out, is around 77 calories per bead. So at 670 calories, I used eight beads, I'm sorry, not 9. And that was 78.75. So I was just above where my healthy macros would have been, which kind of makes sense because I was just above as full as I should have been when I left. I swear I rolled out of there, and it was great. And that potato just made the whole thing feel like I had just eaten a nice heavy meal. I was full for the rest of the night. I didn't need anything else. Normally I'm a late night snacker, not last night. So I think that was actually quite good. Now I haven't had my little, so I am just gonna go ahead and sit on that and give it the next couple days. But since we're still kind of feeling like some like volume craving eating, I just figured I'd go ahead and give it its due, you know, and that doesn't mean trying to go over beads. I guess technically I went over a bead yesterday, but I'm gonna forgive that. The days before that I was going under my beads. It's okay. If the scale doesn't move, I'll know why, right? If the scale moved extra on those other days, I'll also know why. That way I can be like, hey, both of those numbers are a little artificial. This one I wasn't even eating my maintenance calories, so I might be seeing something that won't stick around. And this one I was eating above my maintenance calories, so I'm seeing something that won't stick around if I don't keep doing it. It won't keep going that way. Either way, I wait till after the proof is in the, I don't want to call it that because I'm going to eat some later. You get the idea. So we're still going on, everything. We're just waiting for beads and everything so everybody can get their bracelets, but I've noticed most people have given me positive reviews. Not much else to report, but just that was my success at the salad bar story, you know, and I'm going to keep going, try to get a little workout in here before work. I want you to remember to take care of yourself very, 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 very well this week. Cheers.